Lions TV full time from the Coventry Building Society Arena via Lions TV towers. It once again ends in defeat. I can't wait to do the post match analysis for this tomorrow because there is loads and loads to talk about. In that game, we started like a house on fire. It was, for the first 30 minutes, the best I've seen under Joe Edwards, along with the Norwich performance at home. So it isn't the manager, okay? He can get them playing. He can motivate them. However, I said it when we was 1-0 up. We cannot play well for 90 minutes. We can't play well for 3 games, 1 month. We can't play well for one game. And it's well, first things first, that fucking Tanganga, mate, hold your hands up, say you've done a wrong and fucking send him back because he'll be at Bromley next year. You don't go on Spurs' fucking highly rated list and talk of AC Milan buying you to end up conceding fucking 3 goals or being at fault for 3 goals in 3 weeks for a championship, lower end championship side we currently are. So fucking send him back, he'll be at Bromley next year. But the level of professionalism, concentration, decision making, game management, I'm just like a fucking broken record. We've gone from saying at half time, yeah, we've cracked it, this is brilliant, we've had loads of shots, loads of chances, to within 20 minutes of the second half, what the fuck has gone on again? The game starts, we nearly score after 30 seconds, long throw comes in the box, won by Wes Arling, strike from 2 yards out from George Honeyman, who was brilliant today, along with Casper De Noor, until their second goal, but I'll get onto that. It's just luck from their goalkeeper. He's made the saves, you've got to credit him for it, but Honeyman's caught it clean as a whistle, 3 yards out, and their goalkeeper just sort of fell when he hit him on the shoulder and gone over. And then they have a chance. Mate Jasakic, he's made that save, and then the rebound's hit the post, and then he's made another one from a free kick, which he made look very simple. And I said during the stream, brilliant. Want to praise him. For those of you saying to me about the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper's not the whole reason we've lost the game. Of course he isn't. Okay, they're all accountable. For those saying to me, you just don't like Sarkic, I don't see a problem. I was fully prepared to say at full time, do you know what? Brilliant performance from Sarkic. Looked really good, made some really good saves. But a goalkeeper is judged on not saves he makes. He's judged on the amount of mistakes he makes. And he's got a rick in him. And he's been in Jordan Archer's fucking glove bag and put the poppadoms on for that second. He's a fucking liability. And if you don't think Maciej Sarkic is a bad goalkeeper for us, then you should not be watching football. But again, let's not make it all about Sarkic. Let's go back to the start of the game when we had chances. Obafemi had a couple that the keeper saved. Joe Bryan fizzed one just wide. Romain Esse got the start a lot of people have been calling for and scored a good goal and looked full of beans, and hopefully now he'll keep his place in the side. And it was pretty even. As I said, we had a couple of chances. They had a couple good save from Sarkic, and then we take the lead. And then after that, it was one-way traffic for the next sort of 25 minutes. They had their time, of course they did. The level of intensity we were showing, Honeyman was like a fucking man possessed. Casper De Noor broke everything up and played really well in the game as well. And we looked like a good side. You know, Joe Edwards can clearly get these players playing. Joe Edwards can clearly motivate these players, but you could see towards the end, it's written all over his face, like, what the fuck is going on here? What's the man got to do? He's not the manager, okay? He's not the fucking problem here, right? However, moving on to the second half, when they score their first goal, and at the minute, I can't even fucking remember. It was a penalty, yeah. So Tanganga has been playing football. He's played at a top level for fucking Spurs in the Premier League. Got fucking man of the match against Man City and fucking put Wilfred Zaha in a headlock, blah, blah, blah. He's made a stupid challenge. He stepped across the bloke, and that would have been enough. He's big, he's in the way, he just dribbles through to Sarkic. He wraps his foot around the bloke's foot, and he knew what he'd done straight away. At the end of the game, he's down crashing down on his knees. Good. I hope he feels like shit, because he'll feel like shit with the rest of us and the fucking 800 that travelled. So that combined with then what happens always, we can see one and we fucking fold. Short ball out from their goalkeeper to their right back. Their right back's knocked a flat pass from the corner of the penalty area into the midfield, and it's run 30, 40, 50 yards. It's run over halfway until Callum O'Hare's picked it up. Now, as well as I said, Denor and Honeyman played. Where the fuck was the midfield there? Where was the midfield? He's taking the ball on. He's flown past Cooper. Right, fair enough. He's a little fucking whippet, and Cooper's big and cumbersome. And then he plays it square, and the geezers hit the shot into the floor. He's powder puff. He's bobbled, and as it's gone towards Sarkic, he's near post. Instead of diving sideways, projecting like I always say, he could have just caught it. Could have just gone to his right. He falls backwards, gets a full hand on it still, and as I said, he's been in fucking Jordan Archer's glove bag, not glove box. I don't know what he keeps in there. It's just the mind boggles. Honestly, I don't know what is wrong with these players, their mentality, their concentration span. It's not even really about playing. They've showed they can play in that game, but you've got to look at all the players you said played well. Sarkic, the midfield. You've got to look at them all the end of instances for the 2 goals and say, what the fuck was they doing? And we've gone from saying, yeah, it's looking good to what a shower of shit. Well, it wasn't a shower of shit. The manager can only pick the players and do so much. Having said that, right, some people will agree with me. Some people say you're a fucking idiot. Some people say you're afterwards. I don't really care. It's my fucking channel. When I say what I want, you do listen whether you agree or not. End of story. The fucking goalkeeper has cost us so many points. Get that fucking idiot out of goal and get Bart back in. Bart's got no knees. He's never had kneecaps in his life. Wheel him out, get him in goal, he saves shots for now. Tanganga, Joe Edwards, do you know what? Hold my hands up. Right, I've bought a fucking shitter. He's been playing at Hayes Lane next year for Bromley. His career's done. Get fucking rid of him. Get him out the side, get Ryan Leonard back in. That's the only issue I can have with the manager is hold your hands up. These players continue to play. And it weren't all about them two. It's just the confidence, the lack of leadership. And when we do go, you know, we've let in a goal at Coventry, right? They've won 10, drawn 10, and lost 1 of their previous 21 games at home. There's no shame in conceding to Coventry. It was more than likely going to happen at some point. But don't let it fucking destroy your confidence. Don't let your arsehole fall out bottom of your trousers and go, fuck this. Man up. Fucking man up. Show a bit of togetherness. Get a bit of grit, determination, and say, no, fuck this. It's not happening. I'm going to fucking step up here. I'm going to take responsibility. And it didn't happen. I thought that may have looked right when he came on, but I just honestly, I know what Joe Evans will say. The game plan was working. We executed everything to perfection. We could have been 3-4 up by the time half time came around. Game management, professionalism, decision making, concentration levels, simple, basic fucking mistakes, masters of our own downfall. And instead of sitting here talking about a 1-0 win, which by the way, backed us at 19-2, I would rather have scored a second. I don't give a fuck about the money. Hashtag pay me. But we're now sitting here saying again, scratching our heads. We are in this shit because as good as we looked in opening 30 minutes, if you can't sustain that over at least 90 minutes, we're fucked. We're fucked. We don't know what's happening from not even one game to the next. We don't know what's happening from one half to the next. And it falls at the feet of the players. They've played football for a long, long time. They should be experienced. They're good. They're footballers. They're professional footballers. It's their job. How are they capitulating like this and folding and making silly basic error after basic error that just costs us every fucking time? Right, I've had enough. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday if you can after that. Please subscribe to Lions TV.